everybody, it's Nicole here, and today I am going to do an inspired manicure using Color Street. I'd like to call this a Pinterest manicure, but I didn't see it on Pinterest, but maybe I can assume the girl got it off of Pinterest. Anyhow, a Facebook friend of mine shared this manicure last week. I'm going to show it to you. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, isn't that beautiful? It's like, I was like, okay, I think I can make that out of Color Street. I thought it was fun. I wish I would have seen this before New Year's because I would have made this like my New Year's Eve mani. But you know, why not do it now? So I pulled out some Color Street that I think we can use. So obviously there's black. So I have Midnight in Manhattan here that I'm going to put over all of my nails. And then the next thing I wanted to look at was this pretty glitter that they have here. Now, initially it reminded me of Bailey's Bellini, which is a glitter that we used to have that has since been discontinued. But Feeling Marvelous, which is like a mixed mani pack, it looks like this. That is called Feeling Marvelous. It kind of looks like that, right? Like you see it? Kind of. This is a little bit more purple. So initially I thought, oh, maybe, you know, I could do Tokyo Lights, but it seemed a little bit too gold. Plus, it's like gold with purple flecks, and this was clearly monotone like this. So I feel like this is our winner. The other option I have is Tiny and Shiny. It's one of our petites like this. It has a little bit more of a purple undertone to it, but I'd probably have to double layer it to make it look right. And at that point, I would have 3 strips because I would be putting it over black to get that dark base. So if you don't have Feeling Marvelous, I think you can totally pull this manicure off with Tiny and Shiny. But for all intents and purposes today, I think I'm going to use my Feeling Marvelous pack to do this. And then of course, we need to make this cute little martini glass. So my plan is to leave this finger black, and I'm going to put a matte coat over it, and then I'm going to cut out a martini glass using Clear as Day, which is just a plain clear. And for those of you that don't know this, Clear as Day, you actually get 2 sealed full packages in one. So for $11, which is the price of a solid, you are actually getting 2 sealed packs of Clear as Day with 16 strips in each, which is super cool. But I'm just going to use one of these to cut out a little martini glass, and then I need an olive. So I think I'm going to use Gold Coast to cut out a little olive coming out of the martini glass. Before I get started, I had to prep my nails, and I just want to take this opportunity to show you guys a little trick. If you are having trouble keeping your nails from splitting in this cold weather like me, may I suggest using Nail Envy over your nails before you apply your Color Street. I normally would not recommend this to anybody because, as you know, Color Street is 3 layers of polish. It's a base coat, a color, and a top coat all in one. And if you have perfect, healthy, strong nails, you do not need to do this step. I normally don't need to do this step, but I've been pretty hard on my nails these last few months between my work and the cold weather and the constantly washing and the drying out, and I forgot to moisturize a few evenings. So I ended up with really brittle nails. So I applied this last night. It's so important to apply this the night before because you need to let it cure completely before you put the Color Street on. This is crucial, you guys, because if you put Color Street on top of liquid polish that is not completely dry, it's going to reactivate that dry strip, and then you end up with a gooey mess that will never actually dry correctly. So it's okay if you want to put a nail strengthener, a nail hardener, some kind of treatment underneath your Color Street, but you must let it dry overnight before and let it cure, and then apply your Color Street. So without further ado, let's do this. As I mentioned, I used OPI Nail Envy on my nails last night and let it cure overnight. To apply Midnight in Manhattan on all of my nails. I always take the file out of the plastic first before I get started so that I'm not using my nails as tools. Even though I prepped my nails with Nail Envy, I'm still going to wipe them off. Remove any excess dirt or oil. This ensures that my Color Street stays put. So we start with my pinky and move over to my thumb, doing my thumbs last. So pinky to pointer, and then my thumbs. After you've applied Midnight and Manhattan over all of your fingers, the next step is going to be to apply a matte coat to our accent nail, which is going to be the nail that I put the martini glass on. So that's going to be my ring fingers on each hand. I'm going to apply this and then we're going to wait for it to dry before we move on to our next step. See how it's taking the shine down on this finger and over here. As it dries, the shine is going to go away. See how this one is now matte and these remain glossy. I'm probably going to go ahead and do one more coat of the matte once this dries, just to make sure it's good and matte. That way my martini glass is going to stick out the most. So I waited about 10-15 minutes and I let the Color Street cure, I let the matte dry. It's all good to go. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to add the plain solid glitters from the Feeling Marvelous pack to all of my nails except for my ring fingers where I put the matte. Okay. So what I did is I took a strip of Clear as Day. This is Clear as Day here. I'm drawing on the back side of it. So I did one because I'm gonna need two, one for each ring finger. And I'm gonna try to make these as the same as can be. I wanna make sure that I'm making them the right size so that they fit on my nail. So every ones would be a little bit different depending on how long your nails are or how wide your nails are. It's okay if you don't make it perfect because again, this is just a sketch. You're gonna be cutting it out. So I think these will fit on my nail. Do believe they will. Okay, I'm gonna cut them out. I cut out a small triangle of the glitter that's gonna go inside the martini glass. So I have little cuticle scissors and I'm just gonna go and cut this out. Waving the white flag. I surrender. Pinterest won. I did not have the patience to make the martini glass. Whew. Maybe if it was another day, I could have pulled it together and did it, but I ultimately decided that less is more, and I just really loved the way it looked without anything on the black matte nail. So let's just do a little comparison. I think it looks good, and I am very thankful for this Pinterest idea because look how pretty that color is, and I think I matched it pretty darn good, don't you? It looks pretty close. Looks pretty good. So I don't have a martini glass. That's okay. I love it. I think it looks amazing, and I'll be rocking this for this whole next week until I figure out what to do next. I hope you guys will join me next time, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos. And that's it, guys. See you later. Bye.